The third graders have studied all about Massachusetts this year and would like to share what they have learned. My class will present the Wampanoags, Pilgrims, and Puritans.
The first people who lived in Massachusetts are called the Wampanoags. Wampanoag means the people of the dawn. In the 1600s, the Wampanoag had many villages in Massachusetts. Paths led from village to village. Wampanoag people get everything they need from nature. Crops are planted in the soil, animals are hunted in the forest, and water from the oceans and rivers were used for fishing, drinking, cooking, and traveling. The men used fallen trees to make boats called machines. The center of the tree trunk was burned and scraped out to form the machine. The women planted crops called the three sisters. Corn, bean, and squash were planted close together. The children learned skills to survive from their parents. Each of them lived in a home called a lean-to, made from bent saplings covered in tree bark or grass mats. In the early 1600s in England, a group of people called the Pilgrims were not happy. The king would not let them worship in their own church. They decided to join other English people in Virginia after trying Holland for a while. 102 pilgrims boarded the Mayflower and began a very long journey.
The rough trip lasted for 2 months. 2 people died on the journey, and a baby named Oceanus was born.
The Mayflower landed not in Virginia as intended, but on the sandy banks of Cape Cod. Before they went ashore, they needed some rules. The rules were written down on a paper and called the Mayflower Compact. This was the first time that free people made their own plan of government. About half of the pilgrims got sick and died in the first winter. That spring, the pilgrims were helped by Wampanoags, Samoset, Massasoit, and Squanto. By the end of the summer, the pilgrims had much to be thankful for and celebrated with the Wampanoags.
10 years later, another group from England called the Puritans wanted to change the king's church. They wanted to worship in a simple way. John won several of 1,000 Puritans from America.
The Puritans built the town of Salem. A small group of Puritans started a new settlement and decided to name it Boston after a town many of them had come from in England. Before long, thousands of Puritans were coming to America. Puritans also started towns so they could live and work together. The Puritans' rules and laws were based on the Bible. Once a year, town meetings were voted on and leaders were chosen. At first, parents taught those children how to read and write. Later, they started the first public schools in Harvard College, the first college in America. The Puritans took much of the land away from the Wampanoag. This started the King Philip's War with the Wampanoag. Just after the war in 1691, the King of England tried to gain control over the Puritan colonies. In 1692, some young girls in Salem became ill and accused others of being witches. 19 people were hanged and hundreds were placed in jail until the governor ended the Salem witch trial.